Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Icarus. I'm here to shoot out my first YouTube video and let y'all know a little bit about who I am, what I do, why that matters. Everybody matters, you know. This is my story. Hopefully, throughout this time together, I can impart to you some wisdom that's going to allow you to overcome a lot of the obstacles that you're going to be going through in your life, that I know that I overcame in my life. All the challenges, setbacks, I know about everything. I'm 35 years old. I wasn't born yesterday. I've seen the highest of highs, and I've been low down low. And if you're like me, if you're the type of person that likes to take time to become a better person, to help others, to chase your passions, then this is going to be a channel for us to get to know each other, and hopefully have each other as brothers, to help each other at least get through this journey. So I want to start by saying thank you for taking the time to come and kick it with me. It's been a long go. I've been thinking about doing a YouTube channel for a long time. Especially, I do music. I do hip-hop music. So it's in a way to get to know the fans, anyone that might appreciate the type of music that we do. I say we. I got a brother I work with. He's my producer. He's also my co-partner in this whole thing. Like, we do this music thing together. APM Tony. Shout out APM Tony, my boy. This guy, he is everything I can ask for in a brother when it comes to somebody that is intelligent, somebody to be proud of. I'm proud of my brother because he's a hard-working dude. You know what I'm saying? The apples don't fall far from the tree, as they say. I'm grateful for this opportunity to share our little story with you, so that along this journey, you could have a better understanding of the things that we do, what we say and why we say it, and where we're coming from. You know, I believe that I do this out of love. So if anybody feels any way, good for you. I'm happy for you that you have some sort of feeling about it, whether it's positive or negative. It's not going to affect me. I know it's not going to affect APM Tony. We're just happy to be here with y'all. What a blessing, huh? It ain't easy out here, but we have things that in history has never been before. The opportunity to just hit my phone, bam, reach you, let y'all know anything. To share this information, bugged out. Incredible. So now that you're here with me, I guess I could share with you a little bit about why I decided to be an artist, hip-hop music. So my family is from New York City. I'm Puerto Rican. New York Ricans, as we call ourselves, we have a very special connection to hip-hop music. A lot of us, hip-hop in general, not just hip-hop music, but just the culture in general. Because hip-hop, it started in New York. It started, they say DJ Kool Herc, he came and used to DJ amazing sets of music and parties in man, I don't know if it was Brooklyn or Queens, to be honest with you. The history, I'm 35, so the history to me is almost ancient history. And you know, my pops doesn't really listen to hip-hop music. My pops is a little from Puerto Rico. They're old school. They listen to salsa music and, you know, stuff from the island. I was kind of the first generation born in the city, New York City. We migrated from Puerto Rico, you know what I'm saying? So hip-hop and Puerto Ricans is an integral thing, because Jamaicans, a lot of island people, Puerto Ricans, and we met in New York, and we had this culture, we had this music, we had this food, we had this style, and we got along for the most part. So we combined. You see a lot of people kicking it all the time and mixing what they have and what they know, and these old records that we have from our parents, you know what I'm saying? We would play these records, and these were some of the illest samples come from. It's some of the music that you grew up listening to way back when. It's music that your parents used to listen to way back when. We had those records. It was what we had. And we would use those records, and there would be break beats in the music, where it was drums. It was a section like hip-hop, very much like what hip-hop was. So the DJs would just put on break beats, and they would have a rapper. An MC is what they called them. So, like, as you can see, my history is, I'm not 100% history buff. I love hip-hop with all my heart. And I feel a big part of it my whole life. I grew up 6, 7 years old rapping with my uncle. My uncle, 6 years older than me, he had every album you could name it. For any album that had anything to do with hip hop, from like 1980 something to the 2010, he had a. Back then, we didn't have YouTube, we didn't have cell phones, internet. Back then, in order to hear your music, you had to buy your music from a record store. And I'm talking about, these CDs were like $10, $20, and back then $10 and $20 was like double that, maybe triple that. It was a big deal to be able to buy a CD. So, like, the big hustlers, the people that had big money, the way they flossed, the way that you showed that you had a lot of wealth and a lot of style, is you accumulate a bunch of good music. And I was lucky enough to grow up that my uncle was a fanatic. I mean, Wu-Tang Clan, Nas, Noriega, and then we have like Cash Money Records. We had Rakim. We had LL Cool J. I'm talking Nas, Jay-Z. All the albums of all. It was impressive. 2 towers, or 3, 4 towers, just, and a CD player, or a boombox, and a radio. This is before you were able to even burn CDs on a computer. And I don't know if y'all are young, old enough to know what it even means to burn a CD. But you could copy and duplicate music as CDs, and that was a big game changer. People started downloading music after that and everything, and music just, I grew up, it was in my soul. I knew one day that I would do music whether I got paid or not. But I felt in my heart that I was always good enough to get paid for doing my music. I mean, I've been since a kid, 6 years old, rapping. I remember freestyle battles, and I'm talking legitimate freestyle. We're not talking about somebody wrote something the night before and then they're going over there and they're going to spit it in front of everybody and disrespect you like that. I was honest and I was pure to the craft for so many years that it got me the ability to think fast. It got me the ability to spit very creative rhymes. I would love to read. You know what I'm saying? I was into different things because I knew that the word was powerful. I knew that if I had a foundation and control of words, I felt like I could change the world if I could understand it. And I'm on my mission now. I already have songs that y'all could check out right now on YouTube. I know it's 8 minutes in before I even talk that I have the music out here. I'm so sorry. I'm new at this. I don't know how to schedule my thoughts. I'm just free flowing right now. I appreciate y'all for holding through to the ride. I guess I'm going to link the songs in the description below down here. Y'all can click that and y'all can see what all them years of hard work came to. And I want to thank APM Tony, my brother, the producer of these records. He made the beats. For those of y'all that don't know what producer means, my brother sits on the computer with instruments, makes music, makes the beats. They're hip-hop beats. I can't tell you enough how great these beats are. Y'all have to check them out for yourself. I believe that these may be the greatest beats that we've heard in hip-hop, if not ever, at least since Kanye. At least since Kanye, this is the best beats that we've heard. And they're all in-house. You know what I'm saying? We do this music, just me and him. You know what I'm saying? Because we have a passion. We've been dedicating our life to this. So I'll let you know a little bit about 6 years old. Why was I rapping? I had my uncle. He was the gasoline to start the whole thing. He was super. He still is. Yo, shout out Primo. This guy, incredible talent. Not only freestyling, which is very, very difficult to do, and to be able to be as good as they are freestyling it's amazing. You know what I'm saying? He's the reason why I decided to be an MC myself. Just knowing that you could blow people's minds with an ill 16 For those who don't know what that means, 16 is like 16 bars. It's the measure of hip hop music. It's in the DNA. Man, his skills were so ill. I remember on his birthday he was 18. I remember I was 6 years younger. I must have been, what's that, 12 and 6, yeah, 12 years old. So I was hanging out with 18-year-olds, just graduating high school. I'm just about to get, I don't know, middle school somewhere. And to be able to go toe to toe and rap with guys that already graduated high school, already read more books, had more years to practice, and to be able to hold my own the way I did, it always made me sure that this is what I was going to do forever. But it always also made me proud that I had the capacity to be so young and to want it so bad to get that good. So whether I ever got my flowers or not, because not always when I spit did I get flowers for how ill the shit was. Sometimes people hear your shit, they're little haters. My apologies if I said some explicit language, man. I'm still new to this whole thing. I don't know how to do this whole thing. My bad. When I got involved into that music, you know what I'm saying? It made me feel big. Coming from where I'm from, not a lot of people have anything to make them feel big. Everything makes you feel small. You live in a place that makes you feel small. You can't drive and wear the things that you want to. You know what I'm saying? You're watching the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He's got the new Jordans in every episode. For you to even get one pair of Jordans would be such a miracle in your life. Coming from where I'm from, that it was all aspirational. You either wanted to be a dope dealer, or you wanted to be an athlete, or you wanted to get out doing music. Everybody knows that. I know, but I seen it with my own two eyes. See, after we left New York City, my grandfather got a house in Tampa, Florida. If anybody knows anything about Tampa, Florida, that area of Tampa, Florida, at least, I know Tampa's a big city, but I could go through a little reason why it ended up that we had to be there. You know, back in the American days when, you know, real estate and things, they were doing practices where if you were a colored person, they're not going to show you a house that's available for sale in a certain neighborhood because of your skin color. Apparently, like, the neighbors over there wouldn't be down with people mixing and living in them places, so they called it, it was a practice called redlining. I didn't know about this until like I was about to graduate high school. I learned about it in school, and it is what it is. It's what happened. It's the reason why my family had to live in an area that was just very, the lowest schools, grades in the school, in the whole state, high crime area, like houses that are run down real bad because they don't have enough money to fix the streets. There's not enough street lights at night. When it gets dark, it gets dark. And anybody that really lives in the hood knows that that's something that's it's a feature, and it's not the best feature in the world. It makes it obviously exponentially more dangerous. So I had to come up in a really, if I come across to you as a rough character, you know what I'm saying, by all means, it's a product of my past. You know what I'm saying? Like, our families coming up didn't have opportunities to be in an easy and smooth life. It seemed that everything was against us. It was almost purposeful for us to have to struggle. So when you struggle and you make it out, it's either gonna make you or break you. And when it makes you kind of a rough person because you had to struggle. You know, struggle makes rough. So I apologize if I come across, all my life I have, as a rougher character. Sometimes people feel like I might be angry at them, or I'm being a little unreasonable, and I understand completely. I can tell, you know what I'm saying, that where you come from and what you've seen affects you in different ways. And I'm just gonna say, for me, I know that when I had to struggle, it doesn't make you you don't have pleasant feelings all the time about it. Ironically, the music I do now, I've never released any music that was negative. I made music that was, I freestyled negative things. That's what they push us, you know. But a few years ago, my grandfather made it to heaven, and I had an opportunity to decide that if I'm gonna do this music thing, that I could choose to make an impact in a better way. So I'm not the best Christian in the world. I'm not the best religious person in the world, however you want to categorize somebody. But I know that the power of the life is in the tongue. I think that's how it goes, something like that. I know it means that you have the choice whether you are going to bring forth into the world positive or negative vibrations. And I can't see myself doing that. I don't want to do that. It's too easy. I know if I were to do it, I'd probably blow up yesterday. But for what good would it be to gain the world and lose your soul? Or something like that. I don't know. I have heard a lot. I've read a lot. I'm never going to be such a huge fan that I'm going to know word for word how these things go. But I know that it makes sense to me. It makes sense to me that your legacy matters. That's why I'm out here sharing this video. I didn't expect this video to be this long. I'm probably going to regret it's this long because of how long it's going to take to upload. But I have a lot in the intro that I want to get through, so that I'm sure we're going to touch up on this in the future, but that way I cover my bases. So yeah, I do Christian music. I do Christian hip hop with my brother. It took 17 minutes for me to get in there and say, hey, the reason why I'm doing this is I want to help people. We all have similar stories. We all have struggles. There's people that have lived easier lives than I have, and there's people that have lived much harder lives than I have. And from wherever I've been through, I want to be able to uplift those that have been below me, and those that are up higher. They're doing much better. I mean, why not? I don't have nothing to lose. Just because you win doesn't mean I lose. So I'm out here spreading love and doing me. It's what I want to do. Whether I ever get a like or a comment or subscribe, whether I have my fans in the future check this first video out and be like, yo, look at Icarus. You get to know, understand him better. You get to see what happened in the past, a little bit about the way his brain works. You know, you're never going to really know me unless you really know me. And there's so few people that do. But the bit that you are going to know is definitely going to be a real version. I ain't no joke. I used to make the mic smoke, but now slam it on the ground and make sure it's broke. Shout out to Rakim. You know what I'm saying? I might have butchered your lines too, man. I don't mean anything by it. It's just been a long time, so I need to play that today. Yo. So that's it, yo. I mean, until people start interacting with these videos and they have questions for me to answer, I really don't know what else to say to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. I'm doing my music thing. You can check my music out in the link that I'm about to hit you with now. Share it with people. These singles are absolutely free on YouTube. They're free. I'm not charging for y'all to have this beautiful music, this uplifting music. You know, I think about the people that are going to have to go through difficult things, like have cancer. People that have been in the hospital right now that are struggling to get healthy. You know what I'm saying? Southpaw Huncho, one of my homeboys I watch on YouTube, that I told him, yo, I'm going to do a video. He said, yo, I'm going to hit you with a sub. He literally went through a horrible situation where he was in an accident. And he said he didn't think he was going to make it. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I started watching his videos before his accident, and I was like, man, I like this guy's videos, man. He seems real straightforward. He's a cool dude. And then I stopped seeing him posting, and I'm like, oh snap. You know what I'm saying? I hope he's good. I hope he can continue to post, because man, he's on a roll. He's kicking, you know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing. And then I saw him update where he was like in the hospital and he was in pain. He was all messed up. And I'm like, damn. Like, it's just like that, the way life could be, man. One day you're 100% fine, and then the next day, yo, something horrible could happen. I'm glad he's doing okay. For anybody that's wondering, you could check out his page. I think I'm gonna link it in there too, so y'all could check this brother out. He's a good dude. Man, I do it for folks like that because when you're going through what you're going through, which is gonna be hard, a lot of times we don't have anything to turn to that's gonna be positive. That's why I think religion is good. You know what I'm saying? Because we all go through times that are so hard that we need some comfort, we need some help. And if you read the Bible and some other Bibles, maybe the Quran and other things like that, you could find help in those things. I found it. I have my own personal relationship with my Creator. I don't know what I should call him. He's your father, your dad, I guess, if that's what you want to call him. You know, God is we've had our ups and our downs. And I want to be pointing to the source of the true power, the source of real strength, what we're really gonna need. And I could tell you more than a shadow of a doubt that for me, it is God. It is a real God. The people that have been close to death, a lot of them will tell you that. A lot of them that have been through some of the worst things, they have had an encounter with their Maker. And all of them, or a lot of them, have had His mercy. And against all odds, they recover. You know? And why wouldn't you want to give that power glory? Why wouldn't you want to use the talents that, if there is a Creator, which, I mean, in my opinion, all things lead to, yeah, there's a Creator. I mean, what are the odds that all the creatures that are on this planet are all made of the same elements? They have eyeballs. Whether it's a spider that has like 8 or more eyes, or it's a person that has 2, even fish have eyes. You know what I'm saying? So that may feel like, if all these things have all those commonalities, aren't they made by the same hand? It just seems to me there's some sort of big plan for how things are supposed to work here. We're just not privy to the plan. So I mean, dang, this is a real deep video. I didn't mean for it to go all over the place. I just wanted to introduce a little bit about where I guess this channel is gonna go. This channel is gonna talk about history and hip hop. This channel is gonna talk about faith. This channel is gonna talk about overcoming obstacles. This channel is gonna talk about current events. This channel might just talk about simple things like how to keep your chain shiny. You know what I'm saying? Or like the best products that I found this year that we could get into. I mean, and not everything is so serious. You know what I'm saying? I think that in this life, you have to enjoy work as much as you enjoy play. You know what I'm saying? If you take everything so seriously all the time, I think you're going to miss out on a lot of fun that you could have in this world. I mean, I know that overall this is a serious ordeal, but I think that we all could use a good laugh. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's all I gotta say right now, because we're nearing the 25-minute mark. I could talk for too long. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure we're gonna have to do some lives, some YouTube lives, and this and that, so that we can actually interact. Because I really would love to like read like the comments and what people got to say. I know, you know, maybe they have questions and stuff about, or they have similarity or a cool story to share that we could like talk about. But y'all want to, you know, end this out with letting y'all know that I appreciate y'all, and I hope that whatever you're going through right now, that you feel a little bit more peace, that you're not alone. And I don't have all the answers, you know what I'm saying, but I'm here to help as much as I can, and we could build a community here that is gonna rock out. Boy, I hope y'all love the music. I know that we worked really hard on these flows and these beats, so I look forward to y'all having that from this point on in your playlist whenever you need it. If you need to get pumped up before exercise or whatever the case may be, that, you know, jam out to Fear No Evil by APM Tony and Icarus. We also got a couple other songs out there, some singles that are out right now. You can go and look for Can't Judge by APM Tony and Icarus. I believe there's one more called Perfect. We got a single called Perfect, APM Tony and Icarus. And Spanish Horn. There's a song we did called Spanish Horn. All four of them don't have any bad words in it. I don't promote that in my music.